Welcome, friend, to today's episode of Good News That Actually Is, where the focus is on uplifting truth to stir your thoughts, brighten your day with hope, and energize your soul. I am your host, Tim Ashley. Good morning, friend, and thanks for dropping in. I am so blessed that you've joined me for a listen today. I want to encourage you that there's something here to share with you that I believe you'll find worth considering as you go about your day. Actually, it's a little bit about my life growing up. You know, when I was growing up as a kid, I was fairly athletic and excelled mostly in baseball, although I did play football some and toyed around a little with basketball. And because I was small in comparison to many of my friends, though, it led me to compare myself with them and at times not even to try something if I was convinced I'd likely fail by comparison to the way they could do it. So this was a real thief in my life growing up in my early years, and it would manifest from time to time in my later years. And the struggle, it was very real to me. My mom, she would try to help me through my challenges with her praises of my achievements and always believing the very best of me, but it was never enough to truly break the cycle. Fact is, there'll never be enough praise from others that'll break such a cycle. It can't be satisfied by others praising you. Now, my comparing led to all sorts of complications in my life. It led me into poor decisions, wrong behaviors to compensate for it, and to quite a few overreactions to situations that got me into trouble. So I don't know if you can identify with this or not, but I was at times controlled by this stronghold in my thinking. And it was a secret battle being waged on the front lines of my imagination, holding me back. Man, did it hold me back, really, from being able to take advantage of real great opportunities. I blew a lot. In fact, it instead led me to settle for lesser things. So come to think of it, that's the best way to describe the fruit of it. I was living a life of settling for lesser things out of fear of failure due to comparisons rooted in insecurity. It would not be till I became born again that I began to get set free from the grip of that stronghold. By discovering the truth concerning Jesus and what he said and thought about me, I was set free to be me, the me he said I was. And by his grace, I was set free to do what he said I could do. I became empowered to try things, to step out and do things that before would have been unavailable to me due to the grip of that stronghold. And the more I discover his love for me, the more free I become to step out into the things he set aside for me to do. The more I can enter into who he says I am in Christ. You see, I am loved, and so are you. So I encourage you to step out in his love for you today and be the blessing he's empowered you to be. You have something to offer others. A smile, an encouragement, a testimony, and the Christ who lives in you. Can it get any better than that? I want to thank you again for tuning in to listen today. Never forget that you're loved by a faithful God whose faithful Son, Jesus Christ, willingly gave his life for you to have everlasting, abundant life. So go live your life today from the abundance of his life in you. And be sure to tune in tomorrow for another episode of Good News That Actually Is.